from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's a special Thanksgiving Day presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Andy Dalton and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Alex Smith and the Washington football team.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Washington football team. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 2005 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Oh, he's going to take, and that's caught inside the 35.
You don't want nothing. Get that.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 75 yards. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. For TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
At the 30-yard line.
Throwing again. Dalton. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Second and 8. Andy Dalton. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Steven Sims set to return it for Washington. That's taken on the 25. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Smith. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Less than a yard.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And a great job on special teams to down it as 5-yard line.
Their own 4-yard.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
From his goal line here, Smith. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Terry McLaurin.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. No, it's out. Smith lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. This one quickly to land. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Cowboys.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Ezekiel Elliott.
It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
By Jonathan Bostic. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 16, Dalton firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
That's good.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now Elliott. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
The tackle made.
1 man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll get it up the middle. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at and 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
On second down, it's Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Three tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Sean Lee, the linebacker, credited with bringing him down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Slings this deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Smith eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown run. And Washington has taken the lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. And his kick is good. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a nice play on the end of it, an 18-yard touchdown run.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now Pollard. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
First down there, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Second and 10 now from the 27. A throw over the middle, taken in. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. From the gun, Dalton. That was hit, and Dalton lost the football. defensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Called out a punt of 38 yards officially.
Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Smith on 1st down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Anderson a 1st down and more. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And a Washington 1st down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. From the gun, here's Smith. The catch made by Dontrell Inman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The ball carrier.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it's
on 3rd down. Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Washington.
Alex Smith with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. He told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did,
yeah.
Right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it. They think it's going to happen and almost will themselves into it. I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder what's left to come. Let's sit back and enjoy this one.
Cowboys.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now Pollard. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cowboys take over first.
Here we go with a player spotlight, and we shine that spotlight on Andy Dalton. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how to get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier.
But one thing we certainly know, Alabama churns out first-round picks, and there's another nice play there by one of them, Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Going to give this time to the 10-man. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Carry now for Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He was brought down.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum, get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A shot here for Dalton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And now where will the side judge stop his clock? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Steps away. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
25-yard line. A gain of 7 yards.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Washington.
And that pass puts him up over 200 yards already here in the first.
And what it also does is it allows the offensive coordinator to be not selective anymore, but a little looser, right? You're feeling good about things. Accurate, balls being completed, yardage is being gained. Go ahead and keep taking shots. The whole team has confidence now.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Off of play action, here's Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Smith. Looking for Inman deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
And a Washington first down.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. That's complete to his tight end Sprinkle. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Jeremy Sprinkle. 2 yards on the pickup.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He'll run it. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
He was brought down by Aldon Smith. It's a gain of 6.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Dustin Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
Cowboys 7.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Now Pollard. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. at their own 27-yard line.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him in football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On second down now, it's Elliott, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the...
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That's good.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Taken down at the 40.
A gain of 3, second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Dalton's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Gain of 4.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. First target, first catch, and a first down.
46-yard line.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Dalton throwing complete there to Cooper. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
49-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and touchdown,
Washington! Steven Sims Jr., 68 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now Pollard. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
Brings up second and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Dalton's pass. A fumble on the play.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Sims. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Alex Smith and the offense heading out for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Smith on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced a dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
Oh, why are we doing this?
Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Dalton hands off to Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Brought down by Cole Holcomb. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. C.D. Lamb is intended target. And it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make our score 31-14 now. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Returning it, Johnson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own.
Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First down, Washington.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A shotgun snap for Smith. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Antoine Woods gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Smith. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
5 yards.
Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Jonathan Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Dalton. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw here, Dalton throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Dalton Schultz.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Dalton sets up play action. Over the middle, complete. It's Bell.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
It's 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run with Elliott. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Cooper's got it.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
16. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Wilson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And it'll be Dalton again. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Cowboys 14.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Pollard. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Now Pollard. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return, the Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
The ball carrier.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Dalton here from the gun. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might
and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Operating from the gun, Dalton. Comes out on the hit.
just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
He's here and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
After the interception, here's Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
13 yards.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
But the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Smith.
We'll find Gibson here, complete.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Throwing again is Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Take over 1st and 10.
And out now come the Cowboys. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 55 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 13. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Alex Smith and the offense heading out for their next possession. And the yardage just continues to pile up. We're still in the third quarter. He's had a heck of a game.
Keep your calculator handy because these numbers are skyrocketing. Loving watching what he's doing right now because, what do we call it, in the zone?
Yeah, he's in the zone.
I think he's in the zone plus right now. Everything is like a laser.
See if he can stay in that zone. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first.
First down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Some might say that he's got to look that in and absorb the contact, but even at his size, that's a tough throw to hold on to. He was unable to on that attempt.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Play action. It's Smith. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Gain of 7.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Being chased out left. To Thomas on the left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Smith. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Smith on first down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Escaping the pressure right. 6-yard touchdown run. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Pollard on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though?
Absolutely.
Who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Dalton. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this returnable for Sims. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in the team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case,
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He finds his target in Schultz, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
10 at the 49.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
To Ezekiel Elliott.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Dalton able to hit his target, Lamb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
For a Cowboy.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made at
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Elliott. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
The tackle made.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Dalton. That is incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And the Washington offense heading out. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the third, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. A solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Gibson, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Ball carrier.
Washington on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Leighton Vander Esch on the tackle.
Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23.
Cowboys 21.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his defense's range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Ezekiel, a good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Dalton. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Running with Elliott. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Well executed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, I know this will surprise you, but I've actually done a little bit of reading lately, and all the analytics say that you should go for it more on 4th down. I think someone has referred back to their analytics coach. Maybe he's got a pipeline into the booth because that was a really good play call.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Daron Payne picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Dalton. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton, and he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 53 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So now after the touchdown, Dalton will lead him up to go for 2. They'll let Elliott try to run it in. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25 yards.
The Washington offense set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The drive starts with a completion left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
And a Washington 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Smith. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, Smith rolling to his left. But now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will push this lead up to 20 now.
Cowboys 27.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Now Pollard. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now here come the Cowboys. Arlington, the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
46-yard line.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 47.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Another chance for Dalton. Middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Cowboys.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
41-yard line.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
First and 10 for Dalton. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Montez Sweat able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Dalton here from the gun. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
3rd down. A shot here for Dalton. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. It changed. Name, how about your respect? Getting more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, I know I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news, I got bad. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Dalton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And it'll be Dalton again. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well, trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And that will cut this lead down to 13. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Hard throw, incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
34.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call him your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Ezekiel Elliott.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Dalton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And this is intercepted. That should do it. Picked off at the 33. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They run the counter. It's Gibson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. On 3rd down, it's Gibson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. I love the look you just gave me because I know what you're thinking. If you're going to run towards the perimeter, you better either stay in bounds or get the first down or both. He did neither.
Imagine the looks he's getting right now from his team, from his coaches. They go over those scenarios all the time, and as you said, he did neither.
Dalton and the offense now. Down by 16, 1:11 to go. Somehow they need to come up with a pair of touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 4th down. Dalton wants to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington is going to win the football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead,
he'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
but occasionally you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I don't know why I didn't get the football.
Washington 53.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.